Hello and welcome to another AIC video. We're going to do a bit of a boxing in this video, and then I'm going to be doing a follow-up video where we're actually going to be doing some upgrades and performance to the system, upgrades and some performance testing to this system. What is in here is a 2012 MacBook Pro 13-inch. Now, I have never been much of a Mac person. Not because I have any issues with Mac or whatever. In fact, I use an iPhone and I have an iPad that I really love and use frequently. The problem has really been that I rarely buy stuff new. Just because it depreciates too quickly. And there isn't a lot of value in that for me. Because I typically don't keep things for too long. And I want to be able to get at least most of my money back when I sell it. Macs have always held their value too well for me. So new, I couldn't afford them, and used, they were too expensive. The price per performance was too high. But as the new M1 and M2 Macs have come out and time has gone on, these older generation Macs and MacBook Pros have come down in price quite significantly, and in a lot of ways are on par with their PC counterparts. So this is, like I said, a 2012, which means it has a third generation Core i5, and I paid $100 for it. Now the seller was asking a little bit more than that, and I made them an offer, and they accepted my offer, and I purchased it. So, a third generation, 13-inch, I think it has a 500 gig hard drive, might be just a 512, I don't know, we'll see. I don't plan on keeping it because I believe it is just a hard drive. I'll put an SSD and upgrade all the RAM and stuff. That is pretty chunky, but you got a nice selection of ports. We have our, something I wish PCs would do, the MagSafe charger, just magnetic, pops off. That's just really smart. Then we have Ethernet. I don't know what the speed is on that. I don't know if it's 10100 or if it's gigabit. At this generation, I'm sure it's gigabit. Firewire, which I'll never use. First gen Thunderbolt, 2 USB 3. And a full-size SD card reader, which I appreciate, headphone microphone. And on this side, and one of the reasons why I wanted this is it does have a DVD drive on here. So, in the past, I have tried to buy a few Apple laptops. I had a unibody MacBook that caught on fire. And then I got another one that had a problem with the CPU and it just would crash all the time. Then I bought myself a MacBook Air. Again, I think it has a 5th gen Core i7, and my wife claimed that one for herself, and so I don't get to use it. And so this is kind of my last attempt, I guess you could say. And I just pencil? Yeah, that'll clean off. Okay. And so far, for the $100 I spent, I am pretty happy with that. Obviously, I haven't powered it on yet. You have a couple of scratches in the lid. Kind of hard to see in the shadows. One right there, but little smuts on the lid there. I'll clean off. Again. See if that boots up. I'm not hearing anything as far as a hard drive spinning. Obviously I heard the optical drive go, but with how slow it's booting up, I'm going to guess that's a hard drive. Anyways, I know this is just a quick 5-minute video, but if you have any questions about using it, performance, what to use with it, whatever, let me know. And I will take a look, check it out. I plan on doing some upgrades to it. Like I said, I'll put an SSD in it, upgrade the RAM, probably repaste the CPU if I can, just because it is over a decade old now. All that jazz. So we'll see how that goes. Excited to try it out. Definitely heavier than the MacBook Air got. That is no longer mine. But it should have some more performance and, more importantly, some more upgradability. Problem with the MacBook Air I bought is it only has 128 gig SSD, and it is a first gen Core i5, or excuse me, first gen MacBook Air, and so the upgrading the SSD is a little bit harder for that. I know later generations is easier to a point, but all right, here we are. 18% battery. Well, it looks like there might be a password. I'll have to reach out to the seller and ask if there's a password on here. Anyways, we shall see and get it up and going. So I guess, sorry, I was going to show you what specs it has, because I'm not 100% sure myself, but unfortunately it has a password on it, so I'm going to have to figure out how to bypass that. All right, if you have any questions or suggestions on what to take a look at on here, definitely let me know. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an amazing day. All right, so I'm an idiot, I'll admit it. The number that was written here was the password, of course. I didn't even bother asking the person. I just, as soon as I shut off the video, I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's the password. Yeah, it was. All right, anyways. I was hoping that this little arrow here thing was just pointing to the password or something. Nah, that's a scratch. So we have about 3 decent scratches in it. But looking at the system, what do we have going on? Sorry for the glare. We have a 2.5 gigahertz dual core Intel i5, 4 gigs of RAM, Intel HD 4000 graphics. We have a 500 gigabyte hard drive. I'm going to be replacing that. Memory, we have two 2 gigabyte DIMMs. I'm going to be upgrading that. And then if we look at the report here, we have, where is it, 238 battery cycles. So this battery might be toast. We'll see. I did charge it up a little bit because it went ahead and started doing updates on me. So it's at 70%. I didn't charge it up all the way. It was at like 18%. But we shall see what its life is like after we're doing this. But as far as upgrades go, I'm going to create a bootable drive, and it has Catalina on here. Should I keep it Catalina, or should I upgrade to whatever the latest is? You can do it with a few steps to get it on there, so let me know. Then as far as just what I have sitting in my RAM, I have an 8 gigabyte DDR3L, and I have 2 4 gigs. Should I go ahead and just upgrade it to 8 gigs and call it good so they're matched, or should I do 12 gigs? Tell me what your thoughts are. And then I have a 256 gig SSD. These silicon powers have been pretty decent, pretty reliable as far as my experience with them has been. I thought I had a 512, but I must use it somewhere else. So as of right now, we just have a 256 that we're going to throw in here and call it a day. Anyways, yeah, any recommendations, any thoughts of what I should do to use this system? It is 2023 now, so you know it's 11 years old as far as like when it originally came out. I don't know exactly when this one was built. I might be able to look that up. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching this short video. Hope you have an amazing day.